Good morning, natural gas. It's Monday, February 23rd, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, in the US, the weather models diverge amazingly. Number two, blizzard-like conditions up through the US Northeast. Number three, Golden Pass inches closer and closer to first LNG. And number four, the US and Iran are set to have nuclear talks again in Geneva on February 26th. It's the day after the Olympics, and congratulations to the US and Canadian hockey teams for amazing historical games. Let's turn to natural gas for the spot March contract, which again, option expiration tomorrow, futures expiration Wednesday. What's going on? Well, we've moved up. We're currently trading at 3076, a 7.5 now, up 2.8 cents or 0.92%. We were as high as 325.30, but we've pulled back since because the weather models completely are diverging, and we've got some very warm temperatures before the next cold wave is potentially forecast in early March. So let's take a look here. We're still below the 13 and 48 period exponential moving averages. The RSI is going sideways. Let's turn to the options, and the biggest strike for the puts, the $3 strike with 54,252 open interest. We've got a lot of open interest here at this particular strike. Let's see what happens today and tomorrow. Let's turn to the hourly, and as you can see, we just couldn't get over that pivot resistance at 325.60. Again, we came very close. We came to 325.30, so just 3 ticks away. We're currently just sitting on top of the daily pivot, which comes in at 305, because that's our low at 305.20. So we're really doing very well with the pivot system. The RSI is in the sell territory, but is trying to go sideways right now. So we may just continue to waffle around here, look at the weather models, maybe take a dip, see if we can clear those $3 puts and be on our way for expiration on Wednesday. Let's turn to the grid, and this is part of the problem. This is ERCOT, and here we are today, and this is looking like for wind and solar, we're going to be as high as 43,275 megawatts at 4 o'clock. What's the problem? Well, our load is only going to be 47,956, which means that wind and solar are potentially able to capture 91% of our peak load at that particular hour. It's a very low load, but still wind and solar are kicking in. And here's the front to back spreads. This is the Jan versus the April spread. And as you can see, we're down 2.5 cents to 177.80, down 1.39%. The RSI has turned to the sell side, which tells us that we probably are going to head toward 168.80. And that was our old resistance, now support. And let's turn to the April through October strip. And we're currently right now up just 1.8 cents to 332.90, up 0.54%. The RSI is trying to turn to the upside. So perhaps we need to get off the options on Tuesday, and then potentially we'll start this particular strip to the upside. Again, remember, seasonally, natural gas bottoms in March or April. And here's that nor'easter in the New York City area. And as you can see here, this particular low is dropping snow all the way from North Carolina, all the way back up into Massachusetts. This continues over the next few hours before that system starts to pull off into the sea. And let's take a look at the webcam from Times Square, New York. And as you can see, they've already got 15 inches of snow, and they're possibly getting even more. What about the weather models? Well, this is the GFS model, and this is the particular problem. Here's March the 10th. And as you can see, Lincoln, Nebraska, 63 degrees. But let's take a look at the European model for the same period, and Nebraska is 13. It's a 50-degree swing. I haven't seen this in years. So let's see who's right, because the European model says more cold is coming in, but the GFS, no way. And here's the look at that United States, that cold. As you can see right now, we're pushing in some colder temperatures through the midsection of the country. Yes, we're only 39 degrees this morning in Houston. We were almost 80 yesterday, and we'll get only as high as 60. So let's take a look. We've got that express from Saskatoon all the way down to Atlanta right now. This continues all the way through for the next few days. Another front comes through on the 25th. That's just 2 days away into the Great Lakes. That pushes toward the east again. And then we've got this big cold front that comes through again. This is March the 1st, all the way in the upper Midwest toward Chicago, and then bending over into the Northeast. And then, according to the models, we get even more cold coming through on March the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Look at this. This gets all the way down into Texas and even into Mexico on Sunday, March the 8th. And some very, very cold temperatures from Chicago all the way over to Raleigh and all the way up north into New England. Is this going to be the case? We don't know. And here's Europe. And this is particularly the problem here late in session. They also seem to have some colder weather coming in around March the 9th. It's pretty mild until then, but here's the problem. Storage stocks, 30.9% full across the EU. Germany, 20.5%. France, 21.1%. This is with a 2-day lag. So Germany is going to be below 20% storage. And here's the colder weather also for Asia. This is the eastern provinces, Koreas, and Japan. And this is also cold around March the 9th, which is amazing that we're going to have all three areas with colder temperatures. And here's the snow cover for across the United States. More snow is building in the west. You could use it. Really needs the snowpack for spring runoff. They need the water. And the Great Lakes down to 30.9% ice cover. Why? Warmer temperatures and wind. And here's Golden Pass up to 296,700. That means it continues to try and pull natural gas into the system, testing out the chillers. This looks like we're going to get first LNG in early March. And here's the stocks right now for the oil and gas E&P sector. Stocks between $2 and $10 billion and have a high short float over 10%. And right now, as you can see, Northern Oil and Gas up 12.15% for the week. And the laggard here really is Murphy at only 2.52%. Oh, we just changed again. CNX is down 2.17%. So big changes again as we see weakness across the board in natural gas. We're currently trading at 308.20, up 3.6 cents or 3.5 cents or a little bit over 1.15%. So again, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.